You've seen this before. His paws twitch. His eyes move beneath the lids. But what's he seeing in there? Science says it's not random. It's memory and love. He dreams every night. But of who?
You know the scene. You're relaxing, you look over, and there's your dog, totally passed out. They look so peaceful. And then it starts. A little twitch, a quiet whimper, maybe their paws start paddling. And for just a second, the curtain pulls back, and you get this tiny peek into the secret world that's playing out inside their head. It's the question, right? The one every single one of us dog owners has asked. What are they chasing? Are they dreaming? And if they are, what on earth are they dreaming about? Well, believe it or not, thanks to some really amazing research, we actually have some pretty incredible answers. And these are the clues. We've all seen them. Those little muffled barks where no sound comes out, the nose twitching like it's smelling something amazing, the paws just going for it, and those little sleepy whimpers. These aren't just random twitches. Nope. They're all signs pointing to a very, very active inner world. So to figure out what they're dreaming about, we first have to understand how they sleep. Because just like us, a dog's sleep isn't just one long, flat line of rest. It's actually a journey back and forth between two totally different worlds. Okay, so the journey starts with what's called non-REM sleep, or NRM. Just think of this as the quiet phase. Their mind is powering down, their body is nice and still, and their brain waves get really slow and steady. This is that super deep, restorative rest that helps them heal and recharge. They're out, but you could still wake them up pretty easily at this point. But then they transition into the active stage, REM sleep, which stands for rapid eye movement. And this right here is where all the magic happens. Their body is still relaxed, but their brain just lights up. It's buzzing with so much activity that it almost looks like they're wide awake. This is prime time for vivid, story-like dreams. And what's so cool is you can actually see the difference on this slide. This is an EEG, which is basically a map of brain activity. Look at the top part, the NREM sleep. See those slow, rolling waves? That's a brain taking it easy. Then, bam, look at the REM sleep below it. The waves get super fast and jagged. It's like flipping a switch. That's proof right there that their mind is having a full-on experience. Okay, so their brain is lit up, they're in the dream stage, which brings us right back to that huge question. We know for a fact they're dreaming, but what about? What's the movie that's playing in their mind? Well, the scientific answer is actually pretty amazing and honestly incredibly heartwarming. I mean, just listen to this. This is from Dr. Deirdre Barrett, a psychologist at Harvard. She says that because dogs are so deeply bonded with us, it is overwhelmingly likely that they're dreaming about, well, us. Our faces, our smell, all the little things they do to make us happy, or maybe that one time they annoyed you by stealing your sandwich. So, a great way to think about it is that their dreams are kind of like a highlight reel of their day. They're doing the exact same thing we do when we sleep, processing memories, making sense of new experiences, that awesome trip to the dog park, chasing that squirrel, learning a new trick, even just snoozing on the couch next to you. It's all fair game for their dream world. And get this, not all dogs dream the same way. It turns out size makes a huge difference. A little dog, like a toy poodle, might have short, frequent dreams, like a new one every 10 minutes. But a big dog, say a Labrador, dreams way less often, maybe only once every hour and a half, but their dreams are much longer. It's a completely different rhythm going on inside their heads. But of course, not all dreams are about chasing tennis balls. Sometimes you might see your dog getting really distressed in their sleep, thrashing around, crying out. And we call them nightmares, but scientifically, there's a fascinating reason for it, and it's often related to what's known as a REM sleep disorder. Okay, check this out. In our brains, and in a dog's brain, there's a little part called the pons. You can think of it as a biological safety switch. During REM sleep, it's supposed to paralyze our big muscles so we don't start running around and acting out our dreams. But sometimes, especially in dogs, that switch doesn't flip all the way, letting them physically act out whatever intense dream they're having. And seeing that can be really scary, right? Our first instinct is just to reach out, shake them, and wake them up. But how you wake them is so, so important for their safety and for yours. You know the old saying, let sleeping dogs lie? Well, it's mostly true. The absolute golden rule here is to avoid touching or shaking them. A dog woken up suddenly from an intense dream can get startled and bite out of pure reflex. The best, safest thing you can do is just use your voice. Gently, softly, just call their name until they slowly come out of it. And listen, that advice is not an overreaction. It's incredibly serious. According to VCA Animal Hospitals, a staggering 60% of dog bites in kids happen when a child startles a sleeping dog. It's not because the dog is mean, it's a pure physiological startled response. What's really amazing about all this, though, is that when we study a dog's sleep, we're not just learning about dreams. We're actually uncovering this deep evolutionary story about our relationship with them and how we've profoundly changed who they are. So get this, a groundbreaking study actually compared the sleep patterns of wolves to domesticated dogs, and they found this huge difference. Wolves spend way more time in REM sleep. And the theory is that this is tied to being hypervigilant, always being ready to wake up and react to survive in the wild. So what does that tell us? It means that thousands of years of living with us in our safe homes has literally changed the structure of how they sleep. They don't need that hypervigilant REM sleep as much anymore. They can afford to relax into a different, deeper kind of rest because they trust us to watch over them. Our partnership has literally reshaped their minds. And that just has to make you wonder, right? If our presence could so fundamentally change the way another species sleeps and dreams, it forces you to turn that question around. In our modern world, with all of our screens and artificial light and quiet houses, so far removed from the world our own brains evolved in, how has it reshaped our own secret world of dreams?